What you're looking at here is a reptilian craft. Just to give you an idea what these entities can do with electromagnetism. You can see right here, there is one of them, another one here, another one here. They're sticking their heads out. It's like they're all, inside the craft, but sticking their heads out, looking at the environment. Let's see a little closer what they see. They blend. See the eyes right there and the mouth, a reptile looking. There's another one here, very small, another one here. There's many of them. In fact, it's a whole entire crowd of them in this craft. Just check this out. This is amazing how they are able to manipulate space, time, and everything else with electromagnetism. It's very hard to study these entities because the electromagnetic field around the craft makes such a distortion of the images that is so hard. Well, just think about this. This thing is really this small. That's what they can do with electromagnetism. This is an orb. Just to give you an idea, that thing is the size of maybe a quarter, maybe the size of a baseball or a grapefruit. I'm not sure, but that was taken from the New Orleans investigation on the reptilian electromagnetic operations that they were showing up in the investigation done by Ken Klein. Just to give you an idea what this means. These people can shrink into the size of a grain of salt, or even smaller. Look, the craft itself is biological, is alive. Look, it has docking, it has everything that a gigantic craft has, but in a tiny size. That's what's incredible. They can do that, man. They can do that. You can see them because the pair of eyes. That's the only thing you can really differentiate in this thing. So imagine the size of a grapefruit, but inside that thing, or in the surface, they look exactly the same size as we are, or a lot bigger. It's a dual thing that I haven't heard before twice. and one of them was in a movie from one of the Star Trek series, where they captured a small craft, and when they went inside, the thing was so big that they got lost. But on the outside, it was the size of a Volkswagen. That's freaky. And that was mentioned in the Blue Planet Project PDF papers. That was mentioned there. The dual, the physicality, the possibility that is dimensional. It's something like way out of our league. It's hard to grasp, but this is what this is. One of those deals. That's the size of that thing. Right there. The size of a grapefruit. Maybe smaller. Recorded in New Orleans. And it was on top of the camera, the people that were recording this deal on the river. I took the color off to be able to see what was under all of that. The brightness and the color. I took all of that out, and this is what was left. I don't know anybody has ever done a serious study, but when you see orbs, you have to immediately be really skeptical that is going to be a good experience of this entity. And a lot of people are falling for that bullshit. They're being deceived by this goodness and man, don't believe in any of that shit. I just want people to know that this is a real serious matter. These entities are everywhere. They're listening to every one of us. They can do it. We're living inside a system that everything is, with the right physics, you can achieve things. You can be everywhere and hear everything and know a lot of things without physically being in the place. And there are many of these things. That's what they call legion. They call them back in the Bible or whatever, the legion of demons or whatever. But it wasn't that, it was just technology. That's what these entities control, a badass electromagnetic energy. And Dr. Begram was correct all along. Once again, they hide in clouds, they produce their own clouds, they spew this fog around them that appear to look like a cloud. It's magnetized and it attaches to the outside of the craft, and it moves around like a cloud and you don't see it. They can be invisible too by altering. We already discovered how to do that, invisibility, like the Predator, by bending light. And when you bend the light and project what's behind you, in front of you, you look invisible, but you're not. You're there, physically and everything. But these people go beyond that. They go way beyond that because they manipulate atoms and particles, nanoparticles and macroparticles. That's for you to know. That's what an orb is. A big time craft, but in a tiny looking deal.